Alright, we're going to talk about frivolous prepping. Some frivolous prepping is maybe not so frivolous. Depending on your situation, these aren't going to be things you want to put a bunch of this stuff in your bug out bag and try to haul with you. If you're going to bug in, stay home, be probably pretty good stuff to have. If you want to put them out, if you have a bug out location, you want to put some of that stuff out there. So, you know, frivolous prepping is not so frivolous if you pick out the right things. A lot of things could be for barter. Alcohol, tobacco, candies, books, sugar, coffee, things along that line. And I may forget a few, so just take this as to try to get you to start thinking in a way that you can come up with things that are right for you. Uh, if you're in a situation where all the power's out and you're stuck at home and you can't go anywhere, can't or won't, depending on whatever the situation is, you are possibly going to have a lot of time on your hands that you just don't have a whole lot to do. If you've prepped right, you're probably going to have, you're not going to have to go out and, at least for a long time, you're not going to have to go out and try to hunt or scavenge stuff up. Whether you're going for a week's worth of stuff, which is a great place to start, which is one of the videos series I'm working on now, but I stopped on that just to do something a little bit different. Things like coffee you could barter with. They're also a feel-good food. Some people are hooked on it. So if you're trying to get over something you're hooked on, whether it be tobacco, alcohol, coffee, whatever, it's just going to add more stress. So that kind of stuff, be great to have some around. Soap you could barter with, maybe salt, sugar, like I said, tobacco, and the other things I was talking about. A lot of these things go, games and stuff. It's going to keep your morale up, especially if you got kids. They're not going to be, depending on their age, they're not going to be doing a lot of stuff to help. So you're going to need something to keep them from bouncing off the walls, especially if you're in a situation where they can't go outside. Keeping your morale up in a bad situation is going to be important. So the guy down the street that he might want his alcohol, or so having some alcohol to barter with would be good. Maybe you like to drink some. Be great to have some for yourself. Help kind of take the edge off of it. You may not want to. Hopefully, you're not an alcoholic where you just got to have a bunch of it. But I don't have a problem with alcohol. I don't drink very much. I used to, but not anymore. I still like to have a drink now and then. Sit back, relax, just kind of take the edge off of things sometimes. Or with a friend and sit around and visit a little bit. I'm a smoker, so I have neglected that, and I'm going to start working on it. I used to have, buy tobacco in bulk, and you buy these tubes with the cigarette paper with the filter already on it. You can buy that in bulk and have a little rolling machine. Lots of different kinds of rolling machines. If you're a smoker, you probably know about that kind of stuff. If you're not and you want to have tobacco on hand to barter with, which is going to be really good, especially for cigarette smokers, I think. Maybe not so much tobacco smokers, but tobacco smokers like their stuff too, and cigar smokers. Of course, I don't think you can sit, I don't know if I want to try to keep cigars around, but from what I understand, you can keep tobacco for a long time if you store it right. And there's some videos out there on how to do some of that. I haven't tried it yet. I'm going to, though. So maybe I'll do an update on that a little bit later. All right, so there's your tobacco, alcohol, sugar for yourself and to barter with is probably a good thing to have extra around. Just the fact of being able to cook something that tastes nice, or if you want some for your coffee or something, you may want to have the stuff to cook a pie of something, and you need some sugar for that. I like to have sugar around because we can use it to, we preserve stuff and getting ready to go on a little bit bigger project preserving things, jams and whatever. And some of that stuff that you want will take sugar. Even having sugar for your tea. Tea is another thing. Having some tea around, extra tea to barter with. Now, candies, feel-good food. Nice to have a little treat every once in a while. You don't want to just have rice and beans. You really want to have some things to go along with your rice and beans. We kind of covered that in the other video. Probably going to go more in depth on that too. You're going to get tired of rice and beans, and the kids are going to get tired of rice and beans. So you need some stuff to go along with that. Basic things you normally eat, especially if you eat some canned goods. Chilies and soups and stews. Great to have a lot of extra of that to go along with it. The rice and beans are just extenders. They're really not the best thing to try to live on. While I'm thinking about it, some extra vitamins and stuff to go along with it might be helpful. Books, especially for an extended situation. If it's an extended situation, that's what you're thinking about might be happening, and you're prepping for that. Books just to enjoy, take your mind off things, relax. That'd be good. But also books that teach you how to do things you might need, especially if you're thinking about it's going to be a long-term situation. There's going to be a lot of things you don't know or don't have time to learn right now, and books. Long-term situations, any of some sort, you're probably not going to have electricity. That's another thing to go into. You can do other things to, solar power, wind power, battery backup, stuff like that. And you could still have TV and stuff. But I'm really kind of sticking to the cheaper things because that's really expensive to get into, especially if you want to have a lot of power. You can go pretty cheaply if you want to go into a small thing where you can just have a little bit of power for short-term situations. That's a whole topic in itself. If you do have a battery backup type thing, or you want to, you can get these things on DVDs, the instructional videos. You can take some of your movies and have once a week maybe have some movie time or something. You can record live TV, your best shows, your favorite shows, cartoons, whatever. Games, maybe some adult games. If you got real little kids, you might want some games that are for the little kids. These are things to think about. Frivolous prepping doesn't have a place in your bug out bag, and it may not have much of a place in your bugging out of a vehicle, and you got a camper on it, and that's what you think you're going to have to stay in. But if you got a bug out location, have some of this in your home and at your bug out location. To me, it's still staying home. To try to stay home is the most important thing, and only bugging out if you have to. So I spend most of my time preparing for that. I'm pretty much past a lot of that, but I have found some gaps that I need to fill, and starting to do more for the bug out locations. So I think that pretty much covers it. I don't think I need to go into any more depth. Really, like I said, the video is for going into the cheaper things to get you thinking about what you can do. All this stuff you can do. I went to the store today, and for 20 bucks I got just a bunch of brown sugar, bunch of sugar, regular sugar, pure cane sugar, just a bunch of it. Went to Sam's, but there's other places you can do the same thing. So hopefully this will get you thinking in that mode. I'm kind of telling you what I'm doing. It may not fit all situations, but again, you need to get some knowledge, gain as much as you can to try to figure out what you think you're most likely to situation that would be to fall upon you. So thanks for stopping by. I'll be doing more videos. Hey, subscribe to the channel, leave me some comments, ask some questions. Welcome to all of it. Love it. Thanks for stopping by.